Kaymade-Tech here again. So today we will be looking at a video that has to do with Wazuh. Wazuh is an open source security platform that provides threat detection, incident response, integrity monitoring, and regulatory compliance. It functions as an XDR, that's extended detection and response, and also as SIEM, security information and event management solutions, helping organizations monitor their infrastructure for security threats. So, how we're going to do this video is the first thing we're going to do is install Wazuh on Hyper-V. And in order to do that, we're going to be using Ubuntu server side. So, the first thing we need to do is go on to the browser, Ubuntu download. All right. Then when we go there, we'll get this. So for this, like I said, desktop is not what we're going to use. We're going to use server, get Ubuntu server. And but for me, I already have Ubuntu server. I have it here, Ubuntu 2022.04.4 server, live server. So that's what we're going to use. So because I have that, I don't need to download it again. But for you, you will need to download it. Okay. So I will pull up my Hyper-V. We know the drill. We're going to go here, Hyper-V, virtual machine. Next, begin, read all this. We'll give it a name, Wazuh. Next, we can leave it at generation 1. Next, then for Wazuh, let's give it 4 gigabytes, 4096. We could increase it later. Then let's go here. Um, Size, let's leave it at 200 gigabytes. So we're gonna get the ISO. So this is 22 live server. Click OK to this. Next, finish. So the first thing we're gonna do, as it were, is going to install Ubuntu. When we're done with installing Ubuntu, then we'll now install the Wazuh package. So the normal Ubuntu install. So let's see, do we have to make any changes here? We have the network. We have, okay, we do not need to make any changes for now. So we'll just we'll launch this, connect, and we're going to start it. So we'll just allow the usual Ubuntu to install. That's the server side. All right. So once we're done with that, we'll now go ahead with the configuration of Wazuh. So try so the install for Ubuntu might take some few minutes, so I will pause this. But let me just get it started. Once it starts the installation, then I'll pause it and I'll be right back after the installation completes. And normally, once we install Linux, the first thing we do once we log in is to what's the name, update, run sudo app update and sudo app upgrade. So once we're done with all that, then we'll now go into the configuration for Wazuh. All right, so we're gonna click enter here for English. It says continue without updates. Then here it says please select your keyboard. So it's English. Then this is choose the base for the installation. So we're going to leave that as Ubuntu server. Then it talks about IP. So we say continue to this. We can just click done. I have a proxy, so it's testing this. Once it's done, click done.
Let me leave you.
Right, so I can click
That reference
onto the.
iPhone.
All right, so yes, we use the entire disk. Just tap, click done,
Minute stands with
and done.
out yourself.
Selecting
Enjoy the rest
the
of your
confirm the destructive action. Are you sure you want to control? You will not be able to return to this previous screen. Click continue. All right. So now here comes where we are. Use the. We're gonna give it a name. So our name is going to be. Let's name it Wazuh. Server name. We could name it. This name is the name it uses when it talks to other computer. Wazuh. Pick a username. All right. So what will be our username? A tech. And we'll pick a password. Done. Uh, skip. Install the server. Okay. All right. So we can just leave out the defaults there. All right. So this is where we're gonna give it some time to complete the installation, and I'll be back after this video. I'll be back after the install. I'll just it's gonna take some time, so I want to delay you. So I will pause this and we will return once the installation is complete. All right, so it says, as you can see here, install complete. Reboot now. So we'll just go ahead and reboot. Put our mouse there. It's rebooting. Please press enter. Then so we'll just a few minutes come up. All right, so it now says we should log in. So let's log in. This we should log in. All right, so now we are logged in. All right, so the first thing we'll usually do, especially when you log into, once you install a Linux product, run the sudo update and sudo upgrade. So let's do that. Sudo app update, app upgrade. Then our password. And we'll leave this to do what it's gonna do, and I will be back once this is done. Then we'll now go to our next step, which is going to be to configure our what's the name? Wazuh. All right, so we'll just click OK to this. It's asking which service should be restarted. So, all right, so the update is good. Um, as you can see, it's giving us the prompt back. Um, okay, so this is what we'll need to do. So I will just do what we call a reboot. Sudo re just reboot this. All right, so our Wazuh has rebooted, right? So the next thing, now that we have all that installed, let's quickly go to Wazuh. So Wazuh, usually good to get the documentation. Windows Hyper-V. So guys, store Wazuh server. Installation guide, Linux. Or we just need to run the as agent server. Okay, what I needed. So once you have installed, download and run this for the installation. All right. So I'm going to run this. Up my sudo, sudo. Where this um coil. Oil, oil. Okay, that was come 4.9 was dot h should dash was install dot enter to this. Okay, so h permission denied error. Okay, let's clear this. Stop that in coil. Okay, 0.9 store dot h bash wazoo install sa. Okay, so it seems it's going to start running some few minutes. All right. Okay. All right, so we'll just give it some few minutes to run through this. And at this point, it's going to get to a point where it's going to give us our web interface, our web password. So we need to notate that. Otherwise, we won't be able to get onto the web. Okay. So when we get to that stage, I will let you know. So as you can see, it's generating the root certificate, the admin certificate, the Wazuh index certificate, field bit certificate, Wazuh dash certificate. So it's going to continue to take some time. So I'll be checking on as we move forward. As you can see, we have the Wazuh-Indexer. It started the installation, and it's also started the installation of a Wazuh server. All right, so the installation is complete. Sorry, the configuration, it gives us our username and our password. All right, so we're now going to go log into the website, but we'll need to log into another system in order to do this. All right, I'm going to bring up my Ubuntu. Where is it? Ubuntu. We'll start this and we'll log into the system from that. All right. Log into Ubuntu. Once we log into Ubuntu, go into system just to launch. Then we'll have to do a new video with regards to agents, Windows agent installer. So, let's see if we can SSH to the Wazuh. So, SSH. All right. So you see that's Wazuh already. So, um, IPA, it gives us the IP address. So what we need to ask me later. That's not why we're here. So what we need to do now is just put in that IP address. Okay. Advance, accept, Wazuh. So we are now in Wazuh. All right, so this video is going to end here. As you can see, we are here in Wazuh. Just for me to put in my username and password. I'm going to be doing that in the next video, where we are also going to configure this what's the name, Ubuntu as an agent. All right, see you in the next video. Again, this is kaymade-tech. If you have not liked or shared, we appreciate you liking this, sharing, and give feedbacks, and let's know what you want us to do in our next videos. Thank you, kaymade-tech. Bye for now.